How much do you know about K-food? How much handshake have you eaten?
We invite you into the world of Korean food, of course, including the history and culture of it.
We'll introduce trendy foods and famous restaurants on Dish of the Day with
Chef Ryan Phillips.
Chef Ryan is in the studio. His food is in the studio, so make sure you watch the video stream if at all possible. It smells delicious today, Ryan. Thank you. And it looks amazing. You can get a little preview on the video stream. It's on the pad screen. We will show it properly a little bit later as well. How are you doing, Chef?
I'm great, man. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I got up a bit earlier than usual. I feel like my biorhythm is getting more pronounced the older I get. Like, the lighter it is outside, the earlier I wake up. And I used to think, I'm going to have a terrible day. I didn't sleep as much as I want. But now I kind of embrace it. And that's just your body, right? You sleep less in the summer, sleep more in the winter. I think that's how you're meant to do it, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. You spend a lot of time on the farm. Is it not too humid these days to be out there with the rains?
Man, with some help from volunteers, got everything planted just about.
Wow.
Yeah, 1,500 corn babies went in.
Amazing.
And a bunch more pepper, made a bunch of rows. It's great. Just in time, because you don't want to be doing that stuff after rainy season.
Yeah.
So, we're going to have a corn maze, in the fall.
Fantastic for Halloween. That sounds good. Looking forward to seeing that. Today's hashtag is good or place. And we were talking about maybe our favourite places. If you had to choose one for the summer season, Ryan, in Korea maybe, or outside, it doesn't matter. Where's your go-to good or place?
I've always been a big fan of Woraksan National Park.
Oh, Woraksan.
Yeah.
That's not one of the, I'd say, top 2 or 3.
That's why I like it.
It's a bit quieter.
It's a little bit quieter. There's
What's
more
nice
like little
about it?
hidden gems.
Okay.
Well, crystal clear little stream or river going through it, and you can just sit in it.
Like the Kegels.
Yeah, there's some deeper parts where you can jump off a rock.
Oh, wow. Nice. And there's ice cold as well.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Those
It's
Kegels.
lovely. And great food around there, too. Yeah.
If you do want to escape the heat and you don't want to go to the seaside, our mountain streams, they are a hidden gem. And I don't think too many tourists go there.
Right,
They'd rather go to the beach. But if you find, they exist like in and around Seoul as well. If you find a mountain, they can be more crowded, of course. But Woraksan, a good call there.
Yeah, quiet place, man. Only about 2 hours really away.
Oh, really?
Maybe 2.5.
Okay.
Unless you're driving really fast.
Today's dish and ingredient, I'm so looking forward to it. We've done the ingredient, I think, last year maybe.
Right. But a lot of people aren't even familiar with the ingredient. Right?
No, and the dish that we're doing today, I think, is something that's going a bit viral on social media. So thanks to
very
Instagram.
Much so. Yeah.
So what are we talking about today and why?
Well, it's made from garlic scape, and if you're not familiar with that, don't act too surprised. A lot of people aren't. I didn't know about it until living in Korea.
Yeah.
When you grow garlic, in May, a garlic it'll bolt like trying to make a flower.
Yeah.
And this stem comes up the middle. And you pull those out to ensure that the garlic bulb will grow bigger.
If you don't do that, it grows smaller.
Yeah, it won't grow as big because the energy that's stored in that garlic bulb is going to be used to make this flower. And you're not trying to grow flowers and seed, you're trying to grow garlic. So you pull those out.
Yeah.
And then they're all over markets here. And we did it last year with the malingo, the konseyu. The dried shrimp,
as a
stir
panchan, as a side dish,
with
right?
the garlic
with
scapes.
Tiny little shrimp.
And they're, in that case, so a garlic scape, for those who don't know, it looks kind of like a green bean. The first time I saw them in the market, I was like, is that a long green bean? What is that thing?
And when you bite into it, you realize it isn't, because there aren't beans inside. It's just very full and hard, like the texture.
Yeah, and very garlicky. Sometimes when I'm pulling them on the farm in May and I eat one, sometimes it's so spicy that you need a drink of water.
Oh,
the garlic,
really? It can really kick in like that. And so in the West, do we just get rid of those? Are we just like... Because are we taking them out to get the bowls bigger as well in the West?
Yes, absolutely. These days, I think chefs have found ways to use them now, of course. But yeah, it's not really prevalent yet. But over here, waste not, what not. This is a big deal. So, and that garlic bite is diminished in a brilliant way for this dish, which is the garlic scape bibimbap, or the Maneuljong Bibimbap.
Well, we've got a photo here to show you. We're going to show you what we've got in the studio as well. And so you can see it's a very kind of rudimentary bibimbap. It's just in a big steel bowl with some rice on the bottom, 3 fried eggs on this picture, and then the garlic stems that have been chopped into tiny little pieces.
Right. And that picture looks like it's a meal for 3 or 4 people. That's why there's 3 eggs in it, and you can just mix this up in a big bowl and then portion it out for everybody. It's a quick way to feed a lot of folks.
Yeah.
And it's delicious. Really.
And in this case, unlike our one in the studio, the stems themselves have been put in the sauce, right? In the kind of muchim, I suppose. Whereas we've got them plain on the bottom with a meat that has the sauce on it.
Right. Which is usually pork, but I have seen a lot of instances where beef is used here as well.
Yeah.
This is a dish that did you know about this before?
No.
Yeah, see, I never had this before either, but blowing up on social media, and then I tried it out yesterday, and I was really impressed. See, I wouldn't have thought to use garlic scapes this way because they can be so pungent, right?
Yeah.
But they give a lovely crunch.
Yeah.
And so how do you get the happy medium between the strong garlic flavor but still have the crunch? Well, the answer is blanching for about 30 seconds.
Okay.
So you cut up your garlic scapes and into the little like centimeter long pieces, and then drop them into boiling water just for about 30 seconds. Take them out and shock them in cold water. And then the other part I'll tell you guys how to make, but maybe we should try it first.
Yeah, let's get it on the video stream in the studio here, because it looks absolutely amazing. Remember, bibimbap is literally mixing rice, right? That's what it means. So are we going to like pibyo? Are we going to mix it together?
Yeah, you want to do the honors?
I'm really terrible, but I'm just going to get stuck in, right? So here is the meat and then the fried egg, all which is cooked perfectly.
And the garlic scapes are right over here.
There they are. So they've not been tossed in the sauce before, because it doesn't matter in this bibimbap. They're all going to get together.
I'll hold the bowl if you want to use both spoons.
Okay,
that's
let's
the way we
really
do
get into it. Yeah. So that looked beautiful, and now it's been ruined, but that's the point of bibimbap, right? You'll come to your plate in a restaurant looking amazing, but then you got to mix it together. Don't eat it all separately trying to keep the visuals. This is the point. Oh, look at that. The sauce really colouring the rice there. And yeah, I don't think in bibimbap I've ever seen, because there's loads of different versions and loads of different ingredients, but I've never seen garlic scapes or garlic stems in a bibimbap.
It's not a common one. Yeah. And this has little pieces of pork shoulder that are stir-fried in there, but like I said, sometimes beef, and you could omit it altogether if you wanted. This is probably the only Korean dish that doesn't have minced garlic, but it doesn't need it because of all the garlic scapes.
Yeah, and I'm guessing one of the reasons...
doing a great job at this, too.
It does look good, doesn't it? You've got the right amount of sauce in, right? Not too much, and then it'll be too white, but this colour looks amazing.
I gotta say, too, that this gochujang was made by my chef friend from, he's back in Texas right now, James Cantor, made this gochujang, one of his first attempts, and it's pretty darn good.
Look at that. It's amazing. Okay, so let's give it a try. I'm guessing one of the reasons this is popular is, unlike bibimbap, the traditional one where you have at least, I'd say, 4 or 5 different ingredients, this is simple, right? The fried egg.
So simple, so quick and easy. I mean, you're gonna make some rice, fry an egg, but then, like, I've got it separated here, but you could do it all in one thing, the scapes and the pork together.
Yeah, and I'm guessing for social media, tuck in, Ryan, the garlic scapes have that real crunch to it, so the ASMR aspect. Oh, listen to that. Yeah, that is the ASMR. So it's got the audio, it's got the visual appeal as well. And with the pork, I'm really curious, because I do like garlic scapes now. Obviously, when I was Fussy Pete, when I was younger, I'd never touched them. But they're really giving you a pop in terms of flavour and texture. So let's give it a try.
I think it could do with just a little bit more salt or soy sauce, but it's pretty darn good.
Oh, but there's a decent amount of spice in here as well, isn't there? With the gochujang and the pork. Did you put in any, like, gochugaru as well?
Absolutely.
Some chili pepper flakes. So that gives it a proper kick as well, doesn't it? Oh, wow. That is really delicious. Because the garlic scapes have, of course, a garlicky punch, but they're also kind of almost like refreshing, a little bit like zesty in a way.
That's all from that short blanch, just giving them about 30 seconds.
And that keeps the crunch in there, because if you do it too long, I guess they get a bit soggy and not so nice, right? Oh, that is great together. I love it.
Just a little more salt and it'd be right there.
You're right. Like in Korean bibimbap's, you do have a bit more of a saltiness to it. But this tastes to me more healthy. So I feel less guilty about
most
eating
bibimbaps also have a whole lot of toasted sesame oil, and this one doesn't call for any either.
Oh,
I mean, you could always add it, but
of course.
But that's an element that I'm used to having in this. It's not required for this one.
Wow,
and fewer calories because we love toasted sesame oil, but it's a ton of calories.
We got David, your chef friend, on board saying, this looks amazing. I'm enjoying garlic down here in Brazil right now. Chef Ryan is amazing.
Abraço, amigo.
Faith says, one thing is Italians that they have in common with Koreans is the love of garlic. Again, Italian heritage in my family. I wonder then, do you use the garlic scapes or these stems in Italian cuisine? I don't think I can remember that. And they also look good as a garnish. If you look on here with all the green as well, that is really attractive. And then we're also going to have another dish to balance it out. So I wonder, Pininu, can we get the photo of the egg soup as well? This is something that goes perfectly with a bibimbap that might give you a bit of kick like today. It's a really simple egg soup. And I guess in the West, you might know this as like egg drop soup. It's kind of similar, but I guess a Korean slant on it. So in part 2, we'll eat that. We'll show you in the studio as well. But why don't we get to a song break? Guys and girls, don't forget to send in your what's in your fridge ingredients, right? What do you want Chef Ryan to come up with a recipe for? Do that via either Kakao Talk, Daily K's our username, or the YouTube live stream. That's fine as well. Here's Extraordinary Heroes with Helium Blue. So, dish of the day with Chef Ryan in the studio doing garlic scape or stem bibimbap. The rice mixed with the egg and then the gochujang as well as the main ingredient, the chili pepper paste. And we're also going to do an egg soup, which will be akin to egg drop soup, but I guess it's different in every part of the world where you can find it. Lots of comments coming in. Athma saying, it does look yummy, but is it not too garlicky? I would say, like, after, now that I've swallowed it, I can feel the garlic coming up a bit more. But while you're eating it, because of the chili pepper paste, the sweetness, the spiciness from there, garlic isn't, like, overwhelming. It's not like, wow, that's too much garlic. No.
Actually, I feel like it probably could have used a little bit more garlic scape. Because the strong flavors of the gochujang and gochugaru are a little bit too strong, in my opinion, against this quantity. But if I just upped it 20%, I think it'd be right there.
And the texture is the same. I was just telling Ryan, as the odulpyo, or the little, like, white bits of... What is that in English? Because it's not bone. You can eat it, right? Tendon. So they have a real crunch to them as well. And like cartilage, it kind of feels like that when you're chewing through it. So I don't like that so much, but because it's garlic stem, I love that texture there because I know that's a stalk or something like that. I like it. Maybe that's a way to get kids to eat a lot of this because you just say it's not odulpyo, it's not the cartilage, it's the garlic stem, and then trick them by putting in some cartilage as well. Who knows? And Athma says, in a bibimbap, do you have to have egg? Because I believe Athma does not eat egg.
Most of them do have a fried egg on top. But no, I think this would be really great without the egg.
Yeah. The egg is not essential in this one at all. The other ingredients really pop. And in the bibimbap that you get at a traditional Korean restaurant, you can always ask for the egg to be removed. Like Ryan said, it's common for it to be there, but you could ask for it to be taken out. And it's not a massive miss. I don't think you need to put something else in there because you've usually got protein from some kind of meat in a bibimbap as well. So you're totally fine. And my favourite ones, I must say, Athma, sorry that you didn't eat egg, but the tolsot, we've got the stone pot in the studio, but the tolsot bibimbap, you can crack in a raw egg and then it kind of cooks in the rice and stuff. And that's really good. That's delicious.
I love to... that there's a lot of restaurants where there's like a little fried egg station in the corner. Have you seen that?
You can like go and get some more.
Yeah, well, you can just, if you want to add a fried egg to your meal, maybe it's not a bibimbap place, maybe it's just a whatever place.
Oh, nice.
But there's like a little butane range and a little fry pan,
fry it yourself.
and you crack it in there yourself, and you just fry an egg yourself to add to your rice.
Like having a fried egg as a panchan, as a side dish, is very common, especially for kids, just to add some healthy protein to their meals. I could really see that coming as well. Faith clarifies that not so much the garlic stems and scapes, but as Italians, we love our minced garlic. Yeah, of course, it is in so many dishes. And you said you can never have too much garlic. And that is the rule, I think, in Korea as well. You can never have too much garlic, right? It's here, there, and everywhere. Like we said, we eat raw garlic in the sams and things like this, the lettuce wraps, and that is absolutely delicious. Okay, before we get into the recipes and whatnot, and guys and girls, remember what's in your fridge ingredients, please send them in so Ryan has something to act upon in part 3. We've got the egg soup here, ta-da, in your lovely stone pot. Let's give it a show there. And there it is. Like, I didn't know egg drop soup was a thing. I don't know if we had that in the UK. We had, like, crab meat sweet corn soup, which had the egg dropped into it, but we didn't call it egg drop soup.
You know why they put the egg in there?
To, like, trick you that there's more kind of... Even though the crab was also just seafood sticks, which wasn't real where I was going to my Chinese restaurant. It adds, like, another...
Dishes like chili crab or black pepper crab, if you add the egg in at the end to that sauce... It looks like there's a lot of crab meat there.
It'll fool you into that. That's cool. And so this is the egg soup, and we'll tell you how to make this as well. This is one of the most simple soups to make, right? Kerangkuk in
But a
Korean.
little bit different from an egg drop soup. Egg drop soup, you drop that egg into that boiling broth and you stir it immediately, so you get a ton of little pieces. And if you notice, Peter, there's some bigger pieces there.
Yeah, absolutely.
There would be even bigger pieces, but I used an egg that was maybe hatched about 5 days ago instead of just 2 days ago or whatever. And eggs that are not super fresh, they don't hold together as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so whenever you see an egg, you crack it into a fry pan and it goes really big, then you know that egg isn't
really? It's less
straight
fresh.
from that. It's not that it's bad, it's just it doesn't hold together as much.
Oh, but the egg is so silky smooth in there, right? That's the whole point of an egg soup. Or kerangkuk. And then we've got the pa as well in here that you can see in the soup. And that's got a little bit of crunch and it adds a little bit of flavour. Because apart from that, it's not overly stimulating compared to most other soups that you can get in Korea. You know, we've got lots of red soups, lots of beef broth soups as well. They have much more of a punch. This is way lighter, isn't it? It goes well with the bibimbap.
It does. That's what I'm doing right now is I'm trying a little bit of the bibimbap with it. So there is some gochujang in here that's a lovely texture to it. It's like a coarse ground.
In the bibimbap, right?
In the
mixed rice, yeah.
But it adds a little heat, and this kerantang really just kind of calms down that heat a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that is lovely. And that is one of the favourites and go-tos for mums and dads who are cooking at home for their kiddos, right? Because you can get that ready in, 5-10 minutes?
Yes. So, you guys, we've talked about it before, the regular, like, anchovy broth or kelp broth. It's not like a chicken stock that takes 2.5 or 3.5 hours, or a beef stock that takes 12, right?
No.
These are broths that you can make in about 15 or 20 minutes. Okay. And a lot of people, they're these little sachets, almost like tea bags, and you can just drop one of those into boiling water.
Yeah, and then take it out once it's done as well, right?
And you get the same flavor, great flavor, without having to cut up all the vegetables and portion everything and bring it to a boil and simmer for 15 minutes. Happens a lot faster. So once you've got your broth up to a boil, turn the heat off, and you've got eggs scrambled on the side that you just hit with a fork a bit, and then drop them into that boiling or the water that was boiling. You just turned it off. Drop them in there and say you're doing 3 eggs for three portions. Drop them in 3 big amounts, okay? And then don't touch it for at least 30 seconds.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Don't touch it. That's going to help you have the bigger pieces. That's the difference. If you wanted an egg drop soup, you could just stir it immediately.
Straight away.
And you'll get all those little, like, crab meat looking pieces.
Little tiny pieces. And in that case, are you keeping it boiling as well? No.
No, you've turned off the heat entirely.
Why do we need to do this? I don't think I've ever turned it off. I've just kept
really?
it on.
Well, you could have it at a simmer, but if it's at a rolling boil, again, it's going to break up that egg and you won't get the bigger pieces.
Okay. And then you're just putting in the pa at the end,
right at the end,
spring onions.
Right.
Because they've still really got their crunch and their flavour. And then you could maybe garnish it. Is there black pepper in there?
Just a little bit of black pepper.
Okay.
There's also, you'll use a little garlic here, of course, and some soy sauce, maybe some fish sauce.
Yeah.
To season.
And that is it, right? And then it's good to go. And then in terms of our dish of the day, the main star, the kerango or kerantang is just a kind of accompaniment for it, but it's the garlic scape bibimbap. If we're wanting to do that, what do we need in terms of the sauce? Because it seems like that's the real kick here.
Going back to the parallels in Italian food, so you're going to start with this with your meat, okay? And you can use beef or pork. Here I used pork shoulder.
Yeah.
And I cut them into little pieces and started that in a dry pan. And then in Italian food, you'll often take tomato paste.
Yeah.
And you'll fry that in that pan just to kind of caramelize it a little bit, get some flavors kicking, right?
With some meat.
With the meat. In this case, not tomato paste, but instead...
Looks like tomato paste, but chili pepper paste, gochujang,
exactly,
right?
Gochujang. Yeah. And so I had, probably about 300 grams of the meat and 2 tablespoons of gochujang, a pretty large amount.
Yeah.
Right? And just fry that up. And don't worry about it sticking to the pan. It's going to caramelize. That's what you want. But then you can just take stock or water, about a half a cup, and throw it on there and deglaze that pan out. All right.
Okay. That's what you're doing.
Once you've done that, now you can add in 2.5 tablespoons of gochujang. All right. And this is going to give a deeper pepper flavor. Again, these aren't super spicy, but they do have a little bit of heat to them.
Yeah.
So you're going to balance off that heat with something sweet. And often what's used is just like maybe a tablespoon or a half tablespoon of sugar, or you could use honey or maybe even pear juice or something like that.
Yeah. And that's it. For the meat.
A little bit of soy as well. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce.
We've got the soy in here as well, the soup?
A little bit of soy in the soup. Okay. And also when you're stir frying the pork.
Yeah.
So that half a cup of water or so, it's going to make it seem really liquidy for a moment. Yeah. But if you keep that on high heat, it's going to reduce down and get to a thickness that you like. Okay. Once you've got that done, you blanch your garlic scapes for just 30 seconds.
Already cut, or that doesn't matter?
Already cut.
Okay.
Already cut. Blanch them for 30 seconds. And then you can combine that with your sauce, put it right over the rice with a fried egg.
Yeah.
And maybe garnish with some toasted sesame seeds.
Good to go. If you're a vegetarian and you're not having the pork, right? Can you do the same sauce with the garlic stems and scapes?
Oh, absolutely. Why not tofu?
Oh,
it'd be a whole lot like the Chinese tofu.
Mapo tofu. Oh, yeah. If you did it with a tofu with the scapes as well, so you can take out the meat and instead do that as the main ingredient, and that would be really delicious, I feel. Lots of comments and questions coming in. Faith says, would they sell these ingredients at Walmart? The scapes, the stems, I'm not so sure. Right?
Yeah.
That was actually hard to find here in Korea at the moment because it's not strictly in season. Like my cousin who has a little farm said he was picking them out for the last time about, I want to say 5 weeks ago. So Ryan had to get them from like a food expo as well. So in the West, I don't know. Is there something similar to garlic scapes and stems that you could use? Because they kind of look almost like really thin spring onions, but the flavor profile is completely different.
Fresh on that beautiful giant site that sells everything in the West.
Oh, you can find it.
It's not cheap though.
Okay.
$36 for 2 pounds of fresh raw garlic scapes.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So if you want it, it is there. It's just not that cheap as well. And like we said, this is convenient, the garlic scape bibimbap, because it's not so many ingredients. Apparently, that's why it's really popular with students living alone. You can do it in just a few minutes. And a lot who are trying to save money are not doing the pork. They're just doing the scapes in that sauce with an egg. And that's a decent, hearty meal as well. And it has that healthy, clean kind of kick to it as well with the scapes in there.
if you bought the 2 pounds, guys, I'll give you some other recipes.
Oh, nice.
A jangachi with this is so nice, like a pickled brine.
Yes.
Actually, I want to make this.
But
put the jangachi.
Yeah, you could do that. You could just substitute
add
them.
a little sour, salty, sweet flavor to it.
Yeah, that would be perfect in this dish right now. Okay, what's in your fridge, guys? Let us know for part 3, your ingredients. It could just be 1 or 2. You could ask for an inspiration on something like chicken wings or a main ingredient. We've had that as well. That's totally fine. And we'll be back after a song break. From Bio, it's Cherry Cola. And I can tell you, after the garlic scape bibimbap and what I've got in this tumbler, no one's going to be wanting to kiss me. This is my mum's onion skin water. The peel of an onion. She'll put it in a bowl of hot water. And
she's keeping her boy healthy.
Apparently, but it is so oniony and garlicky now in my mouth. Don't come near me, anybody. We've got what's in your fridge. But just before that, a note from our writer for the nutritional benefits of garlic skate. So apparently, garlic, we know, and I'm sure in the West we know, is one of the top 10 cancer-fighting foods, aren't there, with the signature compound allicin in there. It's got dietary fibre, vitamin A, beta-carotene as well. Those are nutrients actually not found in the garlic bulb itself, so these are in the stems and stalks, and these can prevent vascular diseases, eliminate those free radicals that are said to be bad for you, boost immunity, fight exhaustion, and improve blood circulation as well. And when you're looking for good ones at the market, the scapes where the flower buds at the top are tightly closed indicates that they will be tender, apparently. And
nice tip. Yeah.
Choose them if they're plump, firm, and uniform in thickness. Yeah, we've picked these out. It's always really good fun to do that as well, because they kind of just pop out if you get them right.
Yeah, and it makes a cool sound, too.
It's so satisfying doing that. Some what's in your fridge from our listeners today, right? Where are you going to start?
My favorite part of the show. All right. Hi, Sue. We've got frozen chicken, frozen beef, frozen fish cakes, frozen shrimp, frozen squid, eggs, tomatoes, avocados, cabbage, celery, apples.
Okay. That is an eclectic
I think Sue's
mix.
trying to throw me a curveball. This is an eclectic mix. All right. Well, in line with today... Let's do a version of the kerantang.
Oh, nice. Okay, that we've had in the studio, the egg soup.
Yeah, if you guys have never had the frozen fish cakes, what she means by that are the
omuk, right?
Yeah, omuk or oodeng, and whenever you boil those or bring them up to a boil and simmer them, you get a lovely broth. Or they even come with a little bag that you add to the water.
Yeah, a little paste or powder.
And there's some lovely MSG in it, but trust me, it tastes so good.
Yeah.
And so I really, what I would do to be in line with today is I would make that fish cake or cook those fish cakes. And then in that broth, bring it up to a boil, whip those eggs, and then drop them into that broth, turn off the heat, drop them in there in a few different, portions, and then let it sit for 30 seconds, and then stir and see if you can get those big clusters of egg in that. And that would be lovely with the fish cakes as well.
Oh, yes, that sounds good. Egg with the fish cake, because usually you don't put the egg in the omuk tongue.
No,
but I think that would go well.
I think so, yeah.
And you can get some really high quality fish cakes as well. I love those. Okay,
All
next
right,
up.
what are we on now? Okay.
You want to go to Hartley's fridge? I've got his photos up here. There's some massive cranberry juice. There's some antacid. It's not antacid, sorry. Raisin bran in the fridge. I think I was surprised last time. What is this? Is that cheese down there? It's very hard to tell what's in your... You've got lots of soft drinks.
Chocolate-covered macadamia nuts, I see.
And that looks like some Yakult, the good bacteria yogurt drinks that we have. There's the kimchi.
In the door, kimchi.
Ketchup, Colby Jack cheese, some sparkling wine, it looks like.
Okay, go back.
Wait, is there another one here with some meat here? Salmon. Crispy battered fish and chips.
Okay. Oh, gosh, I really need more time with these. All right. What is this? That's like a fried rice guy.
Okay. And it looks like there's eggs in the carton down there as well.
There's eggs, and then that's some kind of fruit. But
looks like tiny tomatoes, maybe.
Almost, yeah. Oh gosh, I want to do something with the raisins and the raisin bran and the chocolate covered macadamia nuts. But what, dear
Some
Lord,
frozen
what?
shrimp.
There's this mac and cheese.
Cheese.
Wait, we might have to switch back over to mac and cheese. What else we got to go with the mac and cheese? The salmon could be.
Well, salmon with mac and cheese, that doesn't sound too bad.
Right. Goodness gracious. All right, what are you thinking, Peter? What do you got?
Mac and cheese, salmon. Could you put in?
There's like you got peanut butter and no jelly.
There's half missing. What about putting in for a funky mac and cheese the yogurt drinks? Would that work?
Oh, no? Get out of here!
No, the sweetness, the sourness.
No, hell no! Oh god,
okay,
you crazy. Well, I would. You know what? I've never heard of this, but it makes so much sense. Oh boy, yeah. So, has anybody ever tried a kimchi mac and cheese?
Oh no,
I've never.
But
heard
you're
of
right. It makes
that.
sense.
It
Totally
does.
creamy, cheesy.
Especially if you have
kimchi.
a nice sour kimchi.
Yeah.
And then you could add like a fatty pork to the kimchi as well, or even salmon's so fatty that would help too.
Yeah.
But you could have a kimchi mac and cheese.
Oh,
and
I think that would work.
Yeah, that would be. Thank you for sharing it, because I'm going to play with that.
Yeah.
Because if you took, say, Mexican carnitas, has a lot of good fat there, and fry the kimchi in that first.
Yeah.
Okay, and make your mac and cheese separate, and then put them together. Maybe something crispy on top, some fried onions or breadcrumbs. Throw it in the oven to crisp that top up, and serve. I think folks would be really pleasantly surprised with something.
Yeah,
like that.
and you could add in that Colby Jack cheese to make it even cheesier
Absolutely.
if you wanted, Harley.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
wow. Thank you, Harley, for that idea, because I wouldn't have thought of that without your help.
We've got Sherry up next, who says, what can Ryan do with garlic, eggs, ramyeon noodles? We got some samjang, some seaweed soup with perilla, some seaweed, and gochujang cake.
Well, actually, Sherry, you've got the makings of a great meal. You could put all of this together, with the exception of maybe the kim and the samjang. Like you could do the ramen and the seaweed soup together.
Oh, there is seaweed soup ramen now, miok ramen these days.
And you could do an egg drop into that, and even the gochujang could go into there to add a little kick. Of course, the garlic, you mince up the garlic and add that as well. The kim and the samjang, I'm not sure that I would add that to that dish though by itself, but on the side, having a bowl of rice with the kim would be great.
My weird ramyeon combination, and we've had a ramyeon critic in our studio for 2 weeks in a row. That's his full-time thing. He's tried over 4,000 ramyeons.
Wow.
But it's my weird,
healthy?
quirky one. He said it's not as bad as we think it is. My weird combo is getting the ramen out of the soup and then putting it into kim and wrapping it up like a kimbap.
No way.
It's not bad at all. I mean, it's too much salt because you've already got the sodium in the ramen.
Yeah.
But it's my guilty pleasure.
And the toasted sesame oil on the kim as well.
So
That's
good.
always good. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right.
Sherry,
I like it, Sherry.
give it a try.
Yeah.
Along the ramyeon theme, Ben says, other than spam and sausages, what would you say are easy to prepare or ready to eat meats that go well with ramyeon, or maybe naengmyeon, as well as cold soba noodles? So what meats go well with noodles, I guess, is the main theme. So naengmyeon is that pork. We've got that combination thing, don't we? What is it called? There's a name for it.
With the sutbul.
Yeah, you've got the fire kind of grilled, marinated. I think it's pork to keep costs down. That usually goes well together.
But meats that are already cooked that you could just throw into, well, definitely the first thing that comes to mind would be any kind of ham, any kind of cured ham.
Yeah.
Because you can just cube that up and throw it. When you make a carbonara, that's kind of where you're starting.
Oh yeah.
So
that's
then
true.
You could do bacon, but of course bacon you've got to cook that.
Yeah.
I think what you're asking for is something that's super quick and easy. Yeah. Any kind of ham would be the best thing, I think.
With ramyeon, I think bacon, if you cooked it in the pot together, that would be nice.
I met this really famous Korean chef who's been in the hotel industry here for decades, and I got the opportunity to ask him what his favorite dish is.
Yeah.
And it was bacon kimchi jjigae.
Oh,
I was just making a kimchi jjigae, but instead of using pork, just use the bacon and
instead
instilling that smokiness and depth of salt. Lovely salt.
We have talked about canned tuna in a kimchi jjigae as well, and that's many people's favourites. That's good. I can see that working. And with soba noodles, those are the buckwheat noodles, I'm guessing, like the memu. Mm-hmm. We usually have as a combination here in Korea, maybe it's borrowed from Japan, the tonkatsu. Right? The pork cutlet, the breaded pork cutlet, and that goes well together, although that's not pre-cooked.
Amazing crunch off all that panko, that breadcrumbs.
Yeah, it tastes amazing. Ryan, thank you so much. I polished off a full bowl of that. That was amazing.
That's the most I've seen Peter eat in a long time.
I was very hungry.
This was going to be my lunch, and now you robbed me of that.
I'm so sorry, Ryan. But it was a generous portion, but you're a growing lad. We'll see you again next Tuesday. Thank you very much. Here is Park Tae-hoon with Hey Girl.